Good morning, students. So, now we are discussing a new chapter, Introduction to Trigonometry. Okay, it's a very important concept in our upcoming classes. Okay, so in this chapter, we are discussing trigonometric ratios of some specific angles, trigonometric ratios of complementary angles, trigonometric identities. So, already you have studied about the triangles, particularly right angle triangles, in our earlier classes. Okay, so now we are taking some examples from our surroundings where the right triangles can be formed in our surroundings. For example, so every day we are going to school. Okay, so some of you are standing on somewhere on the ground. Okay, this is a school building. Okay, one of you observe the top of the building. Okay, it's a level ground, it's a school. Just imagine that it is a school. Okay, it is always to be perpendicular to that level ground. Okay, the person who is standing somewhere on the ground is observing the top of the school like this. Now one triangle will be forming by observing this. Okay, that's a right angle triangle. Okay, do you want to know the height of the building, the height of the school building? Okay, then how can you find out the height of the school building? Based on this trigonometry topic, based on the trigonometry topic. And one more, so you are standing on your balcony of the second floor like this. Okay, so second floor, there's a house. Okay, you are standing on the balcony of your building. Okay, you are seeing one person who is somewhere uh, on the ground. Okay, on the road somewhere. Okay, so which is far away from your building. Okay, you are observing the person who is coming to your house from here. Then you want to know that how many meters away the person is to be standing from your building. Okay, so the person is standing how many meters away from your building. Okay, so the person who is standing on the ground, he wants to know that what is your height of the building by observing from here to here. Okay, so this is also to be forming a right angle triangle. To find these measures, we can use the trigonometry topic. Okay, then so first, trigonometry, it is a Greek word. Trigonometry is a Greek word. So by splitting the words, we are getting the definition of the trigonometry. In the trigonometry, tri means 3, gon means sides, metro means metri or metron, whatever it is, means measure. So the meaning of the thing, 3 sides measurement, you can find the 3 sides measurement is called as a trigonometry. So the 3 sides polygon is already, we know that that is a triangle. 3-sided polygon is called as a triangle. The main thing is to be the total trigonometry chapter is based on the triangles only, particularly right angle triangles. Particularly right angle triangles, 3 sides measure, otherwise 3 angles measure. Okay, the trigonometry is a study of relationships between the sides and angles of a triangle. Trigonometry is the study of relationships between the sides and angles of a triangle. Okay, in this chapter we can observe the relationship between the sides and angles of a triangle. Okay, coming to the trigonometric ratios. Okay, that just we are observing that right angle triangles. This is the ABC triangle. In that triangle, angle B is a right angle. So it is a right angle triangle. The remaining two angles are to be acute angles. Okay, so the number of right angles in the right angle triangle is only one. Okay, here we can assume that angle B is a right angle. Okay, 3 sides are here and 3 angles are here. One is angle A, angle C, angle B. Angle B is a 90 degrees. Then angle A, angle C, we don't know. This it is a different measures. Okay, but sum of these two angles is equal to 90 degrees based on the angle sum property is 180 degrees. Okay, so that AC is the one side and CB is the one more side and BA is the one more side. Okay, now we are observing angle A. Okay, we are observing angle A. So BC is to be placed opposite side of angle A. Clear what is it? BC is placed opposite side of angle A. Then automatically you can say that it is to be side opposite to angle A. Side opposite to angle A. And it is to be located beside of that angle A. Beside of that angle A. Then automatically we can call it as that AB is side adjacent to angle A. Side adjacent to angle A. On the remaining side AC, it is the longest side in that right angle triangle. Okay, which is the longest side in that right angle triangle? That is called as a hypotenuse. That is called as a hypotenuse. It is longest side, hypotenuse. Always in a right angle triangle, the longest side is called as a hypotenuse. Clear? So by observing angle A, it is the opposite side. It is the adjacent side. If we observe that angle C, then AB is the opposite side and BC is the adjacent side. If we observe that angle C, okay, clear. Okay, if you observe that angle B, okay, so these are to be adjacent sides. This is the hypotenuse. Clear? It is always to be hypotenuse only. Okay, so then in the right angle triangle, just we can observe the acute angles only, either angle A, angle C. For angle A, it is the opposite, it is adjacent. For angle C, it is the opposite, it is adjacent. It is constant, it is a hypotenuse only. Okay, so clear. Then ratio. What is the definition of the ratio? Already we know that in our earlier classes. Comparison of the two quantities. But here we now define the certain ratios involving the sides of the right angle triangle. Okay, we are observing the sides of that right angle triangle. Comparison of the sides of the right angle triangle, that is called as a ratio. Okay, so how can you compare the ratios? Means sides means AC BC comparison, otherwise AC AB comparison, otherwise AB BC comparison, otherwise BC AC comparison, AB AC comparison, like that. Okay, so coming to that, comparison of the sides of the right angle triangle is called as a ratio here. Okay, trigonometric ratios. We have the six trigonometric ratios. One is that those are to be, one is that sine trigonometric ratio, and the second one cosine trigonometric ratio, the third one tangent trigonometric ratio, and then fourth one cotangent trigonometric ratio, and then secant trigonometric ratio, and then cosecant trigonometric ratio. Clear? So these are the six: sine, cosine, tangent, cotangent, clear, secant and cosecant. This is the order of that. Okay, then coming to that, first sine trigonometric ratio. Here we are observing the angle A. Sine A. Sine A means in that right angle triangle we can observe the angle A. Okay, the formula of that sine A is equal to opposite side of angle A. Otherwise you can call it as that side opposite to angle A. By hypotenuse. This is the formula for sine A. Opposite side of angle A by hypotenuse of angle A means it is, here we are observing that angle A. Then automatically sine means opposite by hypotenuse. What is the opposite here? BC side. BC by, what is the hypotenuse here? AC. BC by AC. Coming to that, cosine A is also to be called as a cos A. Cosine A, cos A, whatever it is. Then side adjacent to angle A. It is a side adjacent to angle A by hypotenuse. Adjacent angle A by hypotenuse means it is to be, what is the adjacent side to angle A? For angle A, adjacent is to be AB. AB by AC. Clear? So then coming to that, tangent A. Okay, tangent A. Okay, just we write it as that. So angle B, A, C. Okay, is a hypotenuse, angle A, opposite and adjacent. Okay, clear. Coming to the tangent. What is a tangent A? Means we can also call it as a tangent. Tangent A means tan A. So the formula for tan A is side opposite to angle A, side adjacent to angle A. Means opposite by adjacent. Opposite by adjacent. What is the opposite to this? BC. What is the adjacent to this? AB. BC by AB. BC by AB. Clear? So it is not to be formula. Here we are observing the ABC triangle, then we can take and add that one BC by AB, AB by AC, like that. So okay, if we are taking the PQR, then that vertices are to be changed in that. The main formula is to be opposite by adjacent. Opposite by adjacent. Coming to the cosecant A. Cosecant A means it is to be cosecant A. Cosecant A means it is to be cosecant A. Okay. Cosecant A formula is to be 1 by sin A. Clear what is that? The relationship between this cosecant A and sin A is to be both are reciprocal here. Both are reciprocal here. Okay. So cosecant A is equal to 1 by sin A. What is the sin A here? Already we said that what is the sin A? Opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite by hypotenuse. Means 1 by sin A means reciprocal, that then automatically hypotenuse by opposite. Hypotenuse by opposite. Clear? Hypotenuse by opposite. Why? Because sin is opposite by hypotenuse. Sin is equal to, general the formula for that, opposite by hypotenuse. Okay, we can write as that by transposing to the side, hypotenuse by opposite. Clear? Hypotenuse by opposite. What is the hypotenuse here? AC. Opposite means BC. AC by BC means cosecant and sine are reciprocal to each other. If cosecant value is to be 3 by 2, cosecant value is to be 3 by 2, then sine value is to be 2 by 3, like that. That is the meaning of the reciprocal. Okay, cosecant value is to be 1 by 2. Okay, cosecant value is to be 1 by 2, sine value is to be 2 by 1. Okay, so just I'm taking one example. Cosecant value is to be 3 by 5, 3 by 2, 3 by 2, then sine value is to be 2 by 3, like that. Okay, so and then secant, that is be 1 by cosine A. Secant and cos both are reciprocals. Secant and cos, secant and cos. Okay, these are reciprocals. Okay, reciprocals. See cosecant, sine. Now secant and cos. Cos formula adjacent by hypotenuse. Cos formula adjacent by hypotenuse. Okay, reciprocal hypotenuse by adjacent. Hypotenuse by adjacent. Clear? Secant is hypotenuse by adjacent. What is the hypotenuse? AC by adjacent is AB. AC by AB. Okay, then coming to that, cotangent. Cotangent means it is a reciprocal of the tan. Reciprocal of the tan. Reciprocal of the tan. So tan formula opposite by adjacent. Then its reciprocal is adjacent by opposite. What is the adjacent here? AB. Opposite BC. AB by BC. AB by BC. Clear what is it? So these are to be formulas for that. Okay. So now just simply I'm writing here, sine is opposite by hypotenuse. Clear? But simply cos is adjacent by hypotenuse, then tan is opposite by adjacent, opposite by adjacent. Then coming to that, it's a reciprocal. What it is to be? Cosecant. Cosecant is reciprocal of that is hypotenuse by opposite. Hypotenuse by opposite. Cos reciprocal is to be secant. Reciprocal means hypotenuse by adjacent. Hypotenuse by adjacent. Tan reciprocal is cot. What is the reciprocal of that? Adjacent by opposite. Adjacent by opposite, like that. Okay, so opposite by hypotenuse, sine. Adjacent by hypotenuse, cos. Opposite by adjacent, tan. Hypotenuse by opposite, cosecant. Hypotenuse by adjacent, secant. Adjacent by opposite, cot. Okay, in the previous that we can observe that angle. If the same figure A, B, C, if we are observing that angle C, now it is B is to be right angle, then it is to be hypotenuse, then we can observe the angle C. AB is opposite here. AB is opposite. BC is adjacent. BC is adjacent. AB is opposite and BC is adjacent. Clear? So if AB is opposite, so then what is the sin C here? What is the sin C here? Sin C. We can observe the angle C. The formula for the sin C is to be opposite by hypotenuse. What is the opposite here? AB. Hypotenuse is AC. Clear? Sin C is opposite by hypotenuse means AB by AC. If we can observe the tan C here. Tan C. What is the tan C formula? Opposite by adjacent. Opposite means, what is the opposite here? AB. AB. What is the adjacent here? BC. Okay. The answer is AB by BC. AB by BC.